Today I'm gonna do TLC Crazy Sexy Cool movie review. First I want to start off by saying I'm sorry, Lil Mama, for real. Because when I first heard about Lil Mama doing this movie, I was really skeptical because I'm a very big TLC fan, and more than ever, I'm a really big Left Eye fan of everybody in the group. Now, don't get me wrong, I love everybody in the group for their own different reasons, but Left Eye was like the shit to me. She was like more of the street girl, the down to earth girl to me, so I like kind of related to her more in the group. So I was really skeptical on Little Mama doing her role, but she did it justice. So, I might not go straight by, topic by topic on the movie or whatever, but I want to give my overall review of this movie, and I really thought the movie was great. It's some of the characters I couldn't get into the actor playing these characters, like Dallas Austin was played by Evan Ross. Now I heard that Dallas Austin had wanted Evan to play him. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe because he was good in the ATL movie. I don't know. But I didn't really see him being... I couldn't get with his character as being Dallas. Also, L.A. Reid's character was played by Carl Anthony Payne. Cockroach, if you're a Cosby Show fan. But I couldn't get with his character either, even though he played L.A. Reid good, but I just couldn't see him as L.A. Reid, knowing who the real L.A. Reid is. So, it starts off basically with the girls showing they different parts of their life before they became a group. It was, Tion was like being at the skate ring, wanted to be part of the boys dancing group because she was a dancer, so she basically wanted to be in the boys group. I think it was her friend or cousin or something like that was telling her how Pebbles was giving auditions for a girls group. She was trying to look for a girls group and she might want to go out for it. They showed Chilli. She was a backup dancer for Damon Dame, or the little old rapper or whatever. She was a backup dancer for him. Then it was Left Eye. She was like more of the street hustler rapper. She was on the streets trying to make her little money rapping on the streets. So that was basically their background. When the group first started, they had a light-skinned girl named Crystal. That girl couldn't sing for shit in the world. Like, no. So Pebbles, when they went to go audition for Pebbles, Pebbles told T-Boz, like, y'all too cool, but that one over there, she got to go. So that's when Pebbles went and got Chilli from the studio or whatever. When she seen her dancing, Chilli, she knew what she wanted, so she went up to Pebbles and was like, look, I can dance and I can also sing. So she was like, oh really? And she just started singing straight off the spot. So she got her spot like that. So Pebbles saw something in them, $. But so she gets them to work, and they start working on I think it was What About Your Friends. They start working with that with Dallas in the studio, stuff like that. When they went to go sign the contract or whatever, they noticed that she was like, you guys are gonna get paid $25 a week. And I'm like, bitch, even back then, $25 was not shit. There was nothing they was going to be able to do. Not buy no Just Jeans, no Guess shoes, no LA Gears. What else was out back then? Some Nike Cortez. It wasn't going to buy shit. So I don't... But when people want that fame and want that stardom, they sign their damn life away. And that's exactly what TLC did. They kind of basically signed their life away to Pebbles because they wanted to be stars. They wanted to get their name out there, and they didn't reach the dotted line when they signed their contracts. As they was working in the studio, working on the old TLC Tip album, Chilli started liking Dallas or whatever. When Pebbles noticed that she was liking Dallas, she kicked the bitch out the group. She told her she was suspended, but as she was suspended, the bitch gonna try to replace her with some other girl. and it didn't work out. They did auditions to find replacements for Chilli, and that shit did not work. So she had to go and get her back. And she was like, well, you better hope she's ready for the photo shoot. So then they showed Chilli, and Chilli is basically pregnant by Dallas or whatever, but she can't have the baby because she has to choose. She has to choose being in the group or having this boy baby. Even though she wanted to be a mom really bad, she had to have an abortion or whatever. So yeah, that was that. What else? When they did the tour for the first album, whatever they was doing, they was jamming. I was dancing with them, knowing that wasn't a real damn group, but they was doing Ain't Too Proud to Beg. They did Baby. They did What About Your Friends. I'm dancing. I'm grooving with them. I'm like, hey. So Pebbles tell them, oh, you guys got the #1 song, wah, 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 and we sold over 500,000 copies. So then Left Eye like, okay, so where's our money? She's like, oh, you guys don't get that to the second album. I'm like, if you dumb bitches don't see this shit. So anyway, after that, that's when they notice, like, hey, shit, something's not right. So they go and they tell her they want to see their contract or whatever. So as they go tell her they want to go see their contract, she basically like, oh, y'all don't trust me. She trying to kind of guilt trip them or whatever. They showed that T-Boz had, started dating Dalvin from the group Jodeci. Then as they on the tour, T-Boz passes out. So that's when they find out she has sickle cell anemia. And then Pebbles was basically like, okay, we need to get back on tour. She wasn't worried about this girl being sick. And I'm sitting there like, I told you. You could tell all through this movie, Pebbles looked it bad. She just looked it bad. And I'm like, they say they wasn't trying to bash her, and this was their truth, but they true bashed the shit out of Pebbles. I am going to say that. This will make nobody ever want to work with this lady ever again. So I hope she out the music industry by now. After that, I just hope she saved up her $3 million, but we'll get to that. After T-Boz gets out the hospital, whatever, Pebbles say that they got 100 million albums sold, and she buys them these cars. I think it was like some Tercel trucks. I don't know, but that shit was wrong as fuck. But they was excited because they ain't got no car. So, when you ain't got shit and you get a little bit of shit, you excited. So they get excited. They didn't question no more. But then when they get to this red carpet and people was talking about, look out for TLC coming out, woo woo, they gonna get in these Bentleys or whatever this shit was. They get out, the car drove off, they car rolled up. This dude was like, what the hell? Like, that's y'all shit? Like, he just basically clowns them. And that's when they basically notice, like, bitch, we ain't got no money. So they go to the lawyer. The lawyer is like, wait a minute, I gotta call Pebbles. They like, why would you have to call Pebbles? Like, you both of our lawyers? And he's like basically telling them, yeah, they ain't got no damn money. He broke it down to them. They ain't got shit. Pebbles was basically just ripping them off. After that, they go to L.A. Reid. They tell them that they don't want to work with her no more. He like, it's going to cost you guys because she owns y'all. She owns the name. They like, we'll pay. We just want to give from up under her name. So then after that, they start working on the Crazy Sexy Cool album. Dallas is being a hoe, but he's still fucking with Chilli. Left Eye is still getting drunk. She was getting drunk at the beginning of the show, the movie or whatever. When they got they deal with Pebbles, the day that they found out and got they deal with Pebbles or whatever, that she got called home and she was trying to tell her dad the good news, and she found out that her dad got shot. So he had ended up dying. So after that, it was downhill with her drinking after that. She was just basically drinking every time you saw them in the studio. She was going to the club. She was getting drunk. Yeah. So then they go into the club and she's getting drunk as fuck. She all up on the bar. She busts some bartender in the head. She ended up, the cops get called, but they let her go because they were just like, okay, just make her leave. So T-Boz ended up making her leave or whatever. Then back at the studio, Dallas fucking with some girl. T-Boz confronts him like, are you tripping? You know Chilli gonna be here in a minute. Like, but he basically was a player. But that's what she get because they told her in the beginning that he was a hoe. He liked all kind of different women. But when you dumb and in love and not full of cum and want to get full of cum, you take whatever. So Then they go back. They show them back at the club. Well, not them, but they show Left Eye and her girls at the club, and that's when she met Andre Rison from the Falcons. I don't know who he played for now, but I know he played for them then. And so they get together. He was on her. He was on her like a thirsty ass hound. I was like, ew, signs right there. But he told her, oh, come back to my house with me. I'll give you everything. She was like, bling. Started lighting her face like, bling. I'm about to get everything. So he take her home. Talking about welcome home. I'm like, girl, this motherfucker's gonna have you locked up in the basement somewhere. But he didn't. He didn't. But he did cheat on her. He dogged the shit out of her. I mean, hell, they both broke even. Whatever. So, after that, Chilli and T-Boz go shopping. And some girl kept looking at Chilli like she knew her or something. She like, bitch, you know me? She like, Chilli, and T-Boz like, wait a minute, bitch, you a celebrity. You can't be going off on people. Maybe she noticed you. But the girl ended up telling her like, yeah, bitch, I'm looking at you. You looking at me. Yeah, I'm pregnant by Dallas. And what? That's basically what she told her. Chilli started crying and shit, talking about, I was supposed to have his baby. Bitch, shut up. I mean, not like that, but that was just how I was looking like, girl, you better get some balls. I'm just saying. Anyway, so then they showed Chilli in the studio. She singing Creep. He looking, Dallas looking like, oh shit, she know. All this kind of stuff. So, then they showed Left Eye. She goes to go home to Andre's house. He there with another female. She slapped the shit out of both of them and leave. Then they show Dallas going back to say sorry to Chilli because he got caught. So then he fucking her and all that kind of stuff. Then they showed T-Boz and Dalvin getting into it because she was told that he was cheating on her. So as all this going on, all three of them are going through different things with they dudes at the same damn time. But only Left Eye was the only one bold enough to do some shit about it. Like, nigga, you not gonna dog me and get away with this shit. So she come home with her girl. She see all these damn Nike boxes on his bed. She put all the motherfuckers in the tub and lit that shit up. Next thing you know, the whole damn house burnt up and everybody saw that shit on the news when she went to jail for that shit. But, hey, I wasn't mad at her when she burnt this shit up. I was like, hell. Now we even. Just saying. Call me crazy, but shit, she was even. You did her wrong. She couldn't fight you with her hands and beat your ass with her hands. She got you on the next best way is to fuck up your shit where you gonna be crying because you know men love cars and shoes and electronics. So them the only three things you can hurt them on. Anyway, she ended up turning herself in. She had to go to counseling. She was on house arrest, all this kind of stuff. And when she was in counseling, she was telling them like, she was just trying to make a statement. She wasn't trying to hurt nobody. She was just trying to make a statement. And she just felt invisible. She was like, I'm not invisible. I want you guys to see me. So she was just making a statement. So then they back in the studio working on waterfalls and stuff. And then when they showed that, I just started crying. Because I was just like, I could put myself back there and just being a fan of theirs. And Waterfall was like my song. The video was beautiful. Even with these girls doing the songs and the videos, they made it work. Doing the Creep video, they show how that's when they seem like the group has started falling apart. And Left Eye basically wanted to do other things for the group, and they saw other things because she wanted to do futuristic stuff, but then they was in the pajamas on Creep and shit like that. So they kind of argued about that. They argued about still being broke, but as they being broke, they still climbing the charts on the awards or whatever. So when they received an award for, I think, Creep or one of them damn albums, they had like 10 million sold and all this kind of stuff. So as they doing the, I guess, red carpet and the interviews or whatever, they announced that they were broke, even doing 10 million sold, and everybody wanted to know how, and they was like, because we're being in contract and all that kind of stuff. So after that, the media raked them over the coals about being broke and who was to blame for being broke. So they went to Clive Davis' office with their homegirls, some street bitches. They was like, fuck big security guards. We going to get our ride or die homegirls. We finna bust in this damn office and we finna get our shit. Everything that say TLC, we take that shit. I was like, these bitches is gangsta hood. You know, that's that ATL button, bankhead, whatever they call that type shit. I was rolling. I was like, this is some hood shit for your ass. that they didn't go get no dudes. It was all females. Like, bitch, give us our shit. So they go in Clive Davis' office, and you know, white people get scared. No offense. They got scared as shit. They call it security, all that kind of stuff. Clyde was like, wait a minute, hold up shit. Let's just deal with this shit. Don't fuck up my office with cut y'all a check. They cool with that, but when they get the checks, we don't know what it said, but apparently it wasn't shit because they were still broke. So next thing you know, they go on the radio. They explain why they broke, how Pepper took their shit. They end up meeting with another dude named Mr. Diggins, to be their manager. He seemed like he's all for them, so they like, yeah, let's go with it. Shit, you gonna make us money, let's get with it. Next thing you know, Chilli finds out she's pregnant by Dallas. Some stuff happened, move on. She had the baby. T-Boz in the hospital sick, but they still have to work on the fan mail. So when as they reading letters, that's when they gonna say, okay, we gonna name this fan mail. We gonna address some of our fans in these songs, stuff like that. So then Chilli goes to Dallas after that and like, shit, I can't be with you no more. You ain't hurt me too bad. It's too many years. Let's go. Let's be friends, whatever. So then they show T-Boz hooking up with Mac 10. Left Eye, she fucking with some new guy named Larry that don't seem too good for her. He ain't about shit. You could tell he wasn't about shit. He trying to tell her, oh, you need to go on your solo tip. Them girls wouldn't be shit without you. And I'm sitting there like, that tells you right there. When he is trying to break you up from your girls that you've been with and making all money from and you getting your fame, that's a motherfucker that you don't need to be with. I'm just saying. That's somebody that's an opportunist. And you can tell, seeing a mile away, you can see he an opportunist when he trying to talk badly to you about your girls instead of trying to make y'all work that shit out. Left Eye goes to Vibe and challenge the girls like, let's do solo albums. The best person that have the best album get $1 million or some shit. And I'm sitting there like, y'all ain't got $1 million. Come on now, stop playing. But whatever. So then they showed the video shoot for Scrubs. Left Eye was late. Like I said, it's just when you could tell Left Eye wanted to be on her own. She wanted to call a meeting talking about she wanted to work with Master P. And I remember that at that time she was doing the little braids. And she had changed her whole damn look. But, yeah, she had, yeah, we could tell she was going crazy at that point in time. But, yeah, so her and T-Boz about to fight. T-Boz tell her that Larry married. She like, Larry married. So she like hit him. Then they end up going to a meeting. The manager just basically tell them, look, like, y'all gotta get y'all shit together. Y'all got advancements and all this shit. If y'all don't get y'all shit together, y'all gonna pay all this goddamn money back. So then they go on a fan mail tour. And they do some more shows. The manager wants them to do some more shows. But Lisa's like, I did what y'all asked me to do. I need to go to Honduras. I made plans to go to Honduras. Fuck what y'all talking about. So she go to Honduras. She go out there. She meditate. We see her doing a lot of home videos from, remember that movie that came out after she had passed? It was like a little documentary of her showing her being in Honduras, her having fun with her friends and stuff like that. So they were showing like different segments, but in the character of Little Mama. But it was the same exact thing they were showing. It was the same exact thing that happened in the documentary. So I said they pulled that shit off really, really good. I mean, even with the facial expressions Little Mama was giving was on fucking point. You still saw her as, I still saw her as Little Mama, but you could still see past that and see that she's embodying Left Eye. So anyway, Chilli, she go drop off her son. They show how her and Dallas is still friends. They still cool. T-Boz, she go to the doctor to find out about her sickle cell, but the doctor's like, you're not sick. Your ass is pregnant. So her and Mac 10 end up having a baby together. The doctor really didn't think she was going to, should have the baby because at first when they were talking about her sickle cell, they were saying she didn't have that long to live. She would never be able to have a baby. She like, bullshit. If I had a baby now, I'll be able to keep on. This is meant to be for me to be a mom. So she ended up having a little Chase. Chase is beautiful. Look just like her damn daddy. Left Eye, she still want to do her solo career. Stuff like that. They go back to arguing because the manager wants them to do this tour. She wants to do her solo thing. They kind of argue. Her album didn't do too good, so she knew she had to get back in that group and do fan mail and work fan mail. They end up winning a Grammy for fan mail. They arguing because even with this, Lisa still is not with this glam shit. She kind of over this glamorous shit. She just want to be peace and one with nature and run with the monkeys and the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I don't know. But she wasn't being happy being in the spotlight. And they tell her to go to Honduras and do what you need to do in Honduras. And then come back and we'll work on the album. So she goes to Honduras. She calls them. She checks on them before she ended up leaving. And you can tell in her voice that she was sad. T-Boz kept on asking her, are you okay? Are you okay? She was like, yeah, I'm cool. But you could tell something wasn't right. Next thing you know, they get the call saying that she had the crash or whatever. You see Chilli get the call. Then you see T-Boz on the kitchen floor. She must have got the call. It was just so sad because it was sad. Then they showed her the funeral. And everybody was there. Pebbles was there. I was looking at her like, bitch, what you there for? You robbed them. Is you gonna make them pay for the funeral? Are you there to pay for the funeral? I don't know. But anyway, so they showed the funeral. It was really sad when they showed TLC at the radio station, and they were talking about how Lisa was not crazy. She was creative and all this kind of stuff. And then they received fan calls, and it was just really sad because they just was inspired to keep going. Then they showed 10 years later with Chilli and T-Boz in the studio. They was talking about Tron and Chase. What else? They just was working on a song with Neo. It's called Meant to Be. So, yeah, and they showed and then as they playing the song Meant to Be, they showing the real T-Boz and Chilli singing the song in the studio with Neo. And that's basically how it goes off. Like I said, it was a really, really good movie. I give it a thumbs up. Like I said, some characters needed to be worked out, but it was a really good movie. Now, out of all three of them, who I think that did the best, I think Lil Mama probably did the best. And the worst probably had to be Chilli. I'm just saying. But overall, like I said, they all did an amazing job. I hope they did the girls justice because it was a really good movie. It kept my attention the whole damn 2.5 hours. That was the only problem. That shit was just 2.5 hours. That shit was too damn long. Other thing is, I don't know. I don't want the whole damn. Sorry, TLC, but I don't want that whole damn album 20 years later. I just want this new single, and then you gotta have the whole album to get the single. No. So until y'all put that shit on the single, I'm sorry, can't support it because I'm not buying a 20 years album of all the songs I already got. I'm just saying. So anyway. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Oh, my hair is getting on there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I do everything by The Ghetto View. THA, not THE. Make sure you follow my girl Ashley Miller, 1987. I'm quite sure she also did this kind of review for TLC movie. And she also do other great reviews. Check out Mike B801. We all do great reviews, and we'll talk to you back. All right, peace.